2023, it's 8 o'clock. We'll do the pledge first.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. First on our agenda today is courthouse HVAC bid acceptance. Or is Prairie Engineering going to be available? Or
He was to be on the phone. He was going to call into the conference.
Is Prairie Engineering on this conference line?
okay.
Did someone ask me a question
Or Mr. Wagner, we're opening it up. Your recommendation on this bid that we received, and do you have a recommendation, Mr. Wagner?
And I guess our recommendation, just like we wrote it out, would be to accept it if it falls within your budget.
Okay. Commissioner, any questions for Mr. Wagner?
Yeah, so to include the alternate bid,
It's to include the alternate bid, as you asked.
Yes, I'd include the alternate bid. That's describing work to be done within the courtroom, I guess the second floor courtroom. And the reason that we broke that out on an alternate was because we had to submit some documentation to the State Historical Society to basically get their permission to do work in there. And having it on an alternate allowed us to bid it when we did and change gears if we needed to, if they would have came back with different requirements, but they allowed us to do what we planned. So
We also have a letter from them for authorizing it, right?
yeah.
Okay. Any other questions? There's no other questions. I'll look for an action from the commission to approve or deny this bid with Central Mechanical.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we accept the bid from Central Mechanical Incorporated for both the base and the alternate bid to the HVAC renovation.
Okay, I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
A second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote then. Commissioner Messer?
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh?
Aye.
Commissioner White?
Aye.
Commissioner Claris?
Aye.
The chair votes aye, motion carries. Okay, thank you, Mr. Wagner.
Thank
Okay,
you guys. If you have any further questions, feel free to get a hold of me. Mike has my contact information. So thank you guys.
okay, thanks. Okay, next we have the Veteran Services Joint Powers of Agreement Authority with Golden Valley. Ms. Clifton,
I'm here today to ask for the board.
you turn the mics.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Hi, I'm here today to ask for the approval of the commission board to go into a joint powers agreement with Golden Valley. At the end of January, their veteran service officer resigned, and so they're currently without a veteran service officer in place. I'm helping them in the meantime, and then they decided going into a joint powers agreement was most beneficial to the veterans of their county. Their budget for 2023 was $7,500, and so I wouldn't take an effect until March, about March 7th, I think is the paperwork states, and then following year after that would be a $10,000 joint powers agreement contract. And that's in line with the other counties based on the veteran population they have. Most of their veterans do travel to Dickinson already for veteran services, and the VA clinic's located here. They do most of their shopping at Walmart, grocery stores, errands here in Dickinson. So I will go to Golden Valley County to get things caught up and make sure those veterans have their services. The joint powers agreement says we will meet at a mutual location twice a month that's convenient for both the veteran and myself. So I don't necessarily have to be in Golden Valley County twice a month. Most of those veterans are choosing to come here. So I'm asking for the board's approval to go ahead and initiate those services.
Jessica, what other counties are we doing that, just as a refresher? I'm
So right now,
for the others.
I cover Stark, Billings, Hettinger, Grant, and waiting on the approval for Golden Valley.
How many veterans in Golden Valley, is there a number?
I don't have an exact number, but right now I'm roughly counting about 150, but that's probably less because that's including the deceased population out there. So I need to go through the paper files.
And you have enough time to take that out too?
Yeah. Busy. It will be some Saturdays out there because I need to do some veteran outreach events, some lunch and learns, some questions and conversations. So I'll need to be out there some evenings and weekends just to make sure those veterans are able to come in and visit with me.
And that's just during a transition period?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Nothing, I'll look for a motion to this joint powers agreement.
I'll make that motion that we go to joint powers agreement with Golden Valley County for their veteran services.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, any other discussion? Roll call vote, Commissioner Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Messer,
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries. Thank you.
Question, Karen?
I did actually have a quick question. So in our agreement with the different counties, we have a set dollar amount. Are we going to be authorizing that for Golden Valley for compensation for this coming budget year? Cause then we would need to amend our budget to do our co-compensation for that.
If I remember from a little over a year ago, the concept was that if we take on additional counties for the additional fee, that there is additional compensation to to Jessica, to the director.
Okay, so is
If
they,
they pay us, then we compensate her.
Yeah,
right, so I'm just making sure that the commission, cause that would be, you know, an added expense onto the budget, so I'm just making sure the commission is approving
Yeah.
the added compensation for the extra
and
county.
again, off the top of my head, is it 3,000?
No, it's 1,500 per county.
1,500, excuse me.
We could change that if you want.
I'm sure you
Just
would.
kidding. Just kidding. Yeah.
Okay.
Look for-
So the, I think Sherry will invoice them the 7,500 for 2023 after March 7th or on that date.
Okay, so I would just look for a motion from the commission for an effective date for the additional 1,500 because we divided up between all the paychecks, and then to amend her current line item budget. Yep.
Yeah, I would move that we make the effective date March 7th as per the document, and that we authorize and amend the VSO budget by the prorated amount of 1,500 for this year.
Okay, a motion to have a second.
I'll second that.
Have a second, any other discussion? Roll call vote, Commissioner Messer,
Aye.
Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, another item on there is a events permit for Hope's Landing.
So we have one event permit that I just decided to go ahead and put through this meeting because the event is on March 11th. And that's gonna be taking place at August House, and it's for the Hope's Landing WEM, so I'm just looking for the commission to approve their event for their raffle, their local permit. And they're doing a silent auction and a raffle.
Okay, is there any questions? I'll have to look for a motion to approve or deny this event permit.
I would make the motion to approve the application for a gaming permit to Hope's Landing for for the March 11th, 2023 event at the August House.
Okay, have a motion to have a second.
Second.
Have a second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote, Commissioner Claris,
Aye.
Commissioner White,
Aye.
Commissioner Marsh,
Aye.
Commissioner Messer.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carried. Anything else? If not, I'll look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion to adjourn, have a second.
Second.
All in favor, state aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carried. Thank you.